Hi guys, how you doing tonight? I hope well. So welcome to Tuesday Talk, and tonight we're going to be doing a snowman from Architectural Salvage. So this big piece, I thought about a snowman right away. I don't know why. That's the way my mind works, but um, so I painted it today with so we'd be ready with Boss, okay? And that is a stain blocking primer. And the reason why I did that was because it's like an old dark piece of wood. And I thought if we paint it white, we might have bleed through and it might end up being like pinkish or yellowish. So, you know what? I like the Boss on here so much. I like the texture of it. And I like that, some of the wood is peeking through. I was going to go ahead and give it a second coat. I was going to use oh, that's the Boss. I was going to use white cap. No, it's right here. Um, I was going to paint it with this paint, and I'm not going to do that because I like this so much. So, I'm going to have to like move this up so you can see. Oops, there's Bixby. Okay, so you can see the whole top of this thing. So we're going to get real creative and real crafty with this. And if we get done with this one, we might just also have a little skinny Santa or another snowman. So I am pulling up my video here. I'm going to turn my volume down so we don't have any feedback. And feel free to comment because I should be able to see your comments. So, okay. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go a little crazy. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but so the first thing I did was make a little hat because every snowman needs a little hat, right? So we're going to do that. I'm going to paint that first. We're going to use caviar for that. We're also going to make a nose for him. And I decided that we would use the handle of a wooden paintbrush. That would make a perfect snowman nose, don't you think? I'm a little concerned about the color. We might have to mix that because I brought flamingo home and I should have brought more of an orange. So I might have to mix a few colors here that I have to give it more of an orangey appearance. But let's go ahead and paint the hat. So I'm going to put the screen down here. And again, I hit Bixby. I'm working with a different device. So let's get a nice little brush here. Okay, so again, I took the top of a tube that was like a transfer tube, and I took an orange juice cap, and I made, we have, what'd you say? Flamingo is one of your faves. Love it. Yes, I love it too. Awesome. Thanks for joining. Okay, so anyway, we're going to use this. So we're going to use caviar. And we're going to paint the hat black. Okay, I want to see my comments on here. Live chat. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're just going to paint this, and then we'll set that one aside. Yeah, I love flamingo too, but it's a little pinky for a snowman nose. So may have to alter that a little bit and do a little mixing. So boy, what a busy day. I was at the store today and that, until 5. And then I had a meeting at 6. And then come home to do my Tuesday talk. And I love every minute of it. Well, I just glued this on a while ago, so I'm going to have to be a little careful. I used tacky glue. It'll be fine, but I just have to give it a minute to dry. Not be so rough with it. So from now on, you should really look at the lids of containers a little differently. Think in terms of snowman cap as opposed to garbage, right? Okay, just gonna paint this part here. Doesn't that make a cute little hat? And I'm gonna be getting paint all over me, but what else is new? So I'm using chalk paint, using Caviar. Nothing is junk. You're so right. You are so right. Okay, there's his hat. Now I'm going to set that, well, yeah, I didn't paint the bottom. I should paint around the bottom, but I'm just going to set it here to dry for a minute. And then let's look at that nose. And then we're going to address some of his other features here. Okay, so I think that this tip of this paintbrush, hopefully I can snap it off pretty cleanly. So I want a wooden one. I have a couple of them here. This one's a little chewed up. This is like my B list for paintbrushes. All right, here we go. Okay, that's a little longer than I wanted. These scissors suck anyway, so I'm just going to kind of use them. That's a really long nose. I'm going to try to break it again. I need my little saw here. Okay. This isn't working out very well. Maybe I need a serrated kitchen knife. That might help. You know, I destroy everything that comes in my path. Let's see. It's working. I think. At least I'll get it scored and then maybe there we go. There we go. So we have a little snowman nose now, but we have to paint it. So like I said, I think, boy, I don't have any yellow here, I don't think. You know, my dining room table, well, I should say this is my studio, formerly known as my dining room table. You know, now that I started doing lives every Tuesday, just kind of like, you know, have taken over the dining room. Oh, I have pumpkin spice. What's wrong with me? It's perfect, right? Except it's probably glued shut now. There we go. I love this color. I've been really loving on this color. And juniper too. So I've been using them all up. Okay, I love this little brush. This was my grandson's. Look how terrible I am. The end of this brush, this is 2-part epoxy. Because I stir with it. I'm really awful. I'm terrible. Don't trust me with your things. All right, so that, maybe I should mix that with the flamingo to get a little more orangey. Let me open the flamingo and see what we can do here. Maybe. Okay, I'm not going to go out and run it under the sink, and I'm not going to smack on the table, so try one more time. Okay, he's just going to have a pumpkin spice nose. Pumpkin. All right, so we're just going to let that dry a minute. And then we'll get to some gluing. Hopefully the glue is going to work for me. I might need to resort to the hot glue. But anyway, we're going to have to lay him down and work on him. So we're going to let those dry. And then I have a little scarf for him. So this is a placemat, actually. Or at least it was. So I'm going to take these terrible scissors. So this is a good time for me to tell you that, you know, people are always looking for ways to support small businesses. So I'm going to start putting my Amazon wish list in my description box all the time. So maybe if I put a pair of scissors on there, I'll get a pair. It's not that I don't have any other scissors in my life. It's just that These are the ones that I leave here on this table for my lives, and you see what I do with them. So I had a really nice sharp pair here, and then I let my husband have them. Because I love him. Okay, so, you know, it's probably hard to find buffalo plaid in the store right now. So I'm going to lay this guy down, and we'll tie a scarf on him. Okay, I'm going to try to fold it a little bit here. Okay, kind of wanted his tails to be a little bit longer, but this will do. This will be one of those things where I probably, yeah, I do have some fabric scissors too, so it's good to know I'm not the only abuser of supplies. Okay, you know, this might do with some glue, you know, to hold that down a little bit. It's staying down pretty good now. Okay, so this is going to be pretty simple. So we're just going to have his hat, his face, and a few buttons down here. So this is a lava bracelet. So I figured this looks most like coal. I used to wear this bracelet all the time, but these beads, I don't know what happened to them over the years. So they got a little weird. So I'm just going to kind of take this bracelet apart and use the beads. So they're going to fly everywhere. I was hoping to get a couple of them to stay together so I could do his mouth. So we're going to try that. Okay. You can't really see what I'm doing right now, but I'm trying to avoid, so that, also because this is old, the elastic is a little bit like gummy. So I'm just trying to get it to stay. Here's what I'll do. I got the end of this. I'm going to try to take these off the end. There's a knot here. I just want to have the ends long enough that I can hold on to them. So like that. So I'm going to try to keep them together and make this little smile here. Okay. Now you can't see from my hand, but I'm going to put a good bit of glue here, and let's hope this works. I know, as one of my old bosses would say, hope is not a plan. But I'm going to try to use a little bit generous amount. Tacky glue is pretty good. So I might have to sit here and hold it for a few minutes. I also have some tape here. Ooh. Okay, so that's kind of, here, I'm going to try to, so you can see his little smile. Okay, and I have enough glue there that it's kind of just like holding those in place for the moment. And when it dries, I can see we're going to have a little shifting problem here. When it dries, though, I should be able to just pull. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of tape this on here so it doesn't shift. You guys see what I'm doing? Probably not really. Let me try and get a little closer. Get some of my mess out of the way. I know, I'll shift it down a little bit. Oh boy. Every time I do that, I hit Bixby. Okay, so his mouth is in position. So let's look at his eyes here. I don't know how exactly I'm going to hold his nose down. So besides the lava beads, I had these little beads, and I thought they would be cute for his eyes because they're shiny. Maybe I should just use all the same thing. Yeah, I like that. So we'll give him some close set eyes. Hey, April. All right. Put his eyes up here and we'll make them kind of close together. If I can get my glue out. I'm using a generous amount of glue just so that it holds that on there. Because, you know, every time I try to do the hot glue gun or try to dry something here, I end up blowing a fuse live. So I'm like gun shy now. I don't do it. I think I'd be okay with the glue gun, but honestly, I left it at the store. Okay, so his eyes, like I said, his eyes are a little bit closer together. You see? And then we're going to get his nose put on here. He's going to look like he just came out of surgery or something, plastic surgery, and then we're going to just unveil him all at once. I wish the end of this was a little flatter, but we'll see what we can do. It might look cool actually at an angle. You know, happy accidents. So let me get a glob of glue on there, and I'm actually going to get some tape ready so that I can kind of put it on there like a little bit of a tent. So wish me luck here. I might come back in later with some bright orange or make a mix with the lucky or with the flamingo and touch it up, but I'm just concerned with getting it on here right now. All right, so because it's kind of cut at an angle, so I'm just holding it in here a minute. Depends on how long I want to hold it here. I may need to come back in with hot glue later on this, but I'm going to try just holding it up here. Okay, not working so well. Okay, going to try that. It's just kind of leaning up against the tape. So I know you guys can't see a whole lot right now, but we're going to finish on the snowman, and then we're going to start scheming. You're going to have to help me scheme a little bit with the Santa Claus. So I'm going to take 3 of these and put them on his, I guess what you call his middle section or his belly. And then I have another touch to add to him. So he looks really cool and rustic, but I want to kind of make him look a little frosty. I might need a piece of tape there. So he's just going to roll. Just being real light with the painter's tape. Because this thing is on a curve, it just, you know, I'm afraid it'll go with that. So that's not spaced very well. We'll just give him a lot of buttons because I don't like even numbers. So I'll give him 5 buttons. He is a very dapper snowman. He's also never going to melt. I have a friend who collects snowmen, so I think this is going to become part of her collection. I think I had a tiny splinter from that little handle of the paintbrush. Okay, so I'm going to set the snowman aside. Did we lose? Yeah, we did. We lost a button already. I'm going to put a little more glue on that and then another little piece of tape. He's going to be cute. All right, let's put this guy aside for a minute. Okay, he's drying. He looks good. So let's look at this here. I'm gonna put the camera up a second. And okay, so he's skinny. So I think skinny Santas are kind of cool. So all I have is this spindle. Now it won't stand up by itself. So because a crooked cut. And once again, this was raw wood, and I just used the boss on it, and I like the way it turned out. So I'm just leaving it like that as far as the white part. But if we make him a Santa, obviously we're going to have to add red paint to him. So I'm thinking about his head and his hat, and I found this little thing. It's just, I don't know what it's from. It broke off of something, and I don't know why it was there, but maybe someday I'll say, that's what it was for. But anyway, I think it would make a cute little Santa hat. I know you can't really see this. I'll hold it down like this. You could either do it like this, or you could do it sideways and then have something else come down from it with a little like cotton ball or something to make his little, the rest like a hanging down cap. So I'm gonna, work on that a little bit. I'm not gonna concern myself a whole lot with this right now because I'd like to add that little attachment later. So I have to think about that. I also want to think about his face. I don't exactly know what I want to do about his beard and all that. So those are things that I need to think about. I'm sure that I can come up with something with some, fuzzy yarn or something to make a really cool beard, or there might be some fake fur or something that I might have to do that with. But anyway, while we're waiting for the snowman to dry, let's at least get some barn red on here. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this middle section can be black, and then can do a belt buckle in that. And this section would be the red. And then I can do a little stripe of white for the fur that's on his suit. And then I can do the bottom black, and that would be his boots. So that's my thought process on that. So let's do a little painting. So I've been painting all day today. I'm working on a piece of furniture for a challenge, and it's actually a Christmas giveaway. So we're going to be giving a piece of furniture to a deserving person, and of course there'll be a video on that, and that will come out, I think it's December 15th or 18th, something like that. We also have a Christmas challenge coming up, and that'll come out on Black Friday. And I'm really excited about that one. It's a cozy piece of furniture. And Colored Caboose, are you still on? Because if you are, everybody should check out her channel. And I think you would be participating in the collaboration as well. Hope so. Okay, so that's the bottom. He's already looking like a Santa, right? So anyway, this piece that I was painting today is a mid-century modern piece. I did some of it on my live that I did on the silk page the other day. Well, it was supposed to be on the silk page, but I screwed up. And I did it on the silk page group, so they ended up posting it. Yeah, so screwed that one up. So I couldn't read comments or anything during the video, but you know what? Life's too short to stress about mistakes, right? So just get over them and move on. Too much to do. All right, I'm going to flip it a second. I used to have, well, I probably still have them, a real skinny pencil Santa Christmas decoration that was wood. These also, I thought would be cute nutcrackers. So if you have some pieces of wood like that, like chair legs or anything, you can turn them into really cool things like this just by painting. Um, so I have a bunch of chairs that I'm going to be kind of cutting up. That might be fun to try painting a nutcracker with that. They're also cool if you take a saw, if you have access to a saw, and if the wood's soft enough um, to cut them up, and then they make really cool ornaments too. So you just need to put like a screw eye down in the top and just paint them however you like, and then you can hang them on the tree. They look really cool. I also made an architectural salvage wreath one time too. I might do that again this year. That'd be fun. Okay. So that color really came out nice. So that's just one coat of barn red on top of the boss. So, like I said, this guy is not going to stand up. Let me find my black. So I'm going to take some caviar and do that middle section now. I think I'll straddle it here and put the screen down a little bit. Try not to hit Bixby on my way. For those of you with Samsung devices, you know what I'm talking about when I say Bixby. So again, this area would be his belt. So there will definitely be a part 2 on the Santa. Or as I always do, post on my social media and the community tab so you can see when we get these things done. But if the glue dries pretty good on the snowman, he'll be done tonight. That noise is my dog shaking his collar. We have tape on it so it doesn't jingle. That's terrible. He has so many tags. They just jingle. Okay, so that's his middle section for his belt. And now I'm gonna do, okay, that paint's still wet. I'm gonna do this. I'll leave that little white section like it's fur on the bottom of his pants. And then we'll do this section for his boots. So now you all want to go out and get spindles, right? And make some skinny Santas and snowmen. A skinny snowman would be cute too. That would be easy to do, really. Just, you could paint his features on. You wouldn't necessarily, and I could have done that too with this one, but I just decided, I was going to glue some stuff on and make them look a little more 3D. But I could definitely have painted his features on as well. And you can buy these new really cheap too. So if you can't find any architectural stuff, then just go to Lowe's and grab something like this. So can you see it now? I think he's cute already. He's looking like a Santa. So picture the beard, picture the hat. He's going to be cute. Now I'm running out of places to dry stuff. We'll try that. Okay, so let's get this guy back here and take a look. Let's see how he's drying. So he's looking cute, minus the tape. We just lost a button. It's all right, but his nose is hanging in there. His mouth seems to be drying, so that's all good. Let me put his button back on. Okay, I'll put the screen down so you can see what I'm doing. All right. I'm going to put a little tape on that. I feel like he needs a little color. Well, we actually are going to address that, the color. Okay, I'm wondering if he's... That's okay. His nose is not stable enough yet for me to pull that support off there. So you're kind of going to have to wait on that one. But here's what I'm going to do next. So I have this, we'll put his hat on before we go tonight, but okay, this is Sapphire Pearl. This is Dixie Belle's glaze, okay? When you think of glaze, you know, you can do, it comes in black, it comes in like a white pearl, gold shimmer, copper, real pretty copper. I forget what it's called. But look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So glaze is, here, I'll show you in the lid. It might be a little easier. So pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my finger and I'm just going to dip it in there. And I'm just going to kind of go along these details. I just want him to look a little shimmery. I'm just going to go like where the light is going to hit. And I'll do this so you can see it, like just along these little ridges. This just very pale blue gives it an icy look that I think is going to lend itself to a snowman. And it doesn't have to be perfect, obviously, because I'm just using my fingers here. I just think it's a really cool look. Wish this guy was dry a little bit more, but can you see? You see how that looks on there? Okay, I'm going to do a little bit more around here. Uh-oh. They're on his nose. Okay. Well, maybe we'll just finish this and then put his hat on, maybe. Maybe I should wait until last to put his hat on, because his nose has to dry probably overnight. So what I'm probably going to do is, what did I get on me? Oh, just fuzz. Probably just going to finish it and post it tomorrow because his nose needs to dry. Everybody deserves to have their nose dry, right? Even a snowman. But I like the look that this glaze is giving us. And you know, I'm not wiping this back, but you can wipe glaze back too. But I like this look. You can see that. Okay, that just adds just a little something else, I think. Makes them look really cute. Okay, so wipe my fingers off here. Reattach this guy's nose and let him sit overnight and dry. Maybe I need to reglue his cap too, but maybe do a little something else to his hat. Maybe a little holly berry thing would be really cute with that. So let me put this back up. Boy. Oh my gosh. Every time I touch that, I bring Bixby up. Okay, so Thursday, I have no idea yet what more about decor is going to be, but I think you'll like it. I'm sure of it. And Saturday, step by step, we always have something fresh that hopefully you enjoy watching. So um, I really appreciate you joining me tonight, and I'll definitely be posting this so you can see our skinny snowman or skinny Santa and our snowman. So thanks for joining tonight, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.